I've got a great video for you today. I'm going to be taking a look at the KeyChron K3 version 2. Let's open it up and take a look at the keyboard. So while I'm opening up the keyboard, it is $84 and I got it with tactile browns. That's KeyChron browns and their low profile. And full disclosure, I have been using it. It normally comes in this little plastic bag. It's got some pretty nice packaging over the top. You got a quick start guide. And then it has a nice little keycap protector. That's just this plastic sleeve. And it does come with a USB-C type cable that is nicely braided, very soft. It's currently plugged into the computer, so I'm not going to be showing it off, but it is a good length cable. On the back of the keyboard, let's go through and explore it. Whoops. We got a little switch on the back that changes it from Bluetooth, off, and cabled modes. Windows, Android, and Mac OS modes, so that it will work with basically any type of operating system. USB-C right there in the middle. On the bottom here, it's got low feet, reasonable rubber, certainly not as good as it in ultra flat mode, and better and full elevated, and this rubber is superior to this halfway. That's just based on feel. Personally, I've been using it completely flat, so that's where that is. So this keyboard apparently is not hot swappable, but the keycaps are replaceable. Mine is not the RGB version. It is just white LED, which is sufficient for my personal use case. But what's really nice about the keycaps is they are double shot, so they're shine through. But I believe I read that they are not PBT, which means that they eventually will turn shiny, unlike PBT keycaps. And it does come with a keycap puller. It's just right there. It's very basic. It's perfectly fine. You just bring it in and pop it out. The keyboard is serviceable if you were to, I don't know, spill a drink on it or something like that. It's happened to me. Where you can see the exposed screws in there. So, but you would need to pop off basically everything in order to pull off the top plate. But I don't know exactly why you would need to. Again, the switches are not replaceable unless you're getting one of the particular options. I believe it's the optical switches that are user replaceable. The tactile browns, the KeyChrons, are not. As well as, I think, the linears. What else? Okay, and here's the keyboard in all of its plugged-in glory. So when you hit caps lock, it shines red. Right now I'm just pushing buttons. So up here you have controls for the lighting. Notice that it's just F keys. But in order to get it to activate, you need to push F in over here. I'm sorry, these ones are for the monitor brightness. Doesn't really do anything because I'm not plugged into a laptop. And this over here does the lighting effects. So off, lowest, full bright. And I use it at the second lowest, it's fine. Volume controls, delete. Now, that changes the lighting patterns. I just like, standard stuff. If you wanted to set up custom profiles, I think you could do that with software, but I just like basic illumination for this particular one because I'm not using it for gaming, unlike my primary one. So this is perfectly fine. Now I will say this lighting button, I almost hit it basically all the time because it's where I'm used to delete being. So that's kind of the only downside with this particular keyboard layout. Above it is my as-off. Let's not break the cable. That would be a bad day. And gives you some idea of the size comparison. Both of them are 65% keyboards, but obviously there are some size differences going on here. For kind of the way they're planned on using, while this is sort of like your mobile keyboard that you'd be able to take with you wherever you want to get yourself a better typing experience than what's on a laptop, well, this is for your desktop. Not to say you couldn't use this with a desktop. I actually happen to be using it with a secondary desktop, but that's a different topic. And yeah, it's basically the same layout, just crammed a little bit tighter. All right, we're going to do the typing test for the KeyChron version 2, K3 version 2. So let's get started. The microphone is going to be pointed at the keyboard. And now and go. Okay, 54 words per minute, 97% accuracy. That is about my overall average. The typing feel, the keycaps were kind of, I don't know, couldn't really feel it. Not much feedback despite these tactile browns. Just not a lot of feeling there. And then the keycaps didn't really help. It was just very smooth to slide across it, which if you like that kind of typing is fine, but not really for me. Okay, we're going to do the gaming test, and we're going to be comparing it. Well, this is going to be wired, and we're going to be comparing it wirelessly. Generally speaking, you don't want to use a keyboard like this via Bluetooth. It's going to have more latency. So if you're going to be gaming on it, it's going to be wired anyways. So the Azoth works well wirelessly or wired, so we're going to be comparing wireless gaming keyboard to wired non-gaming keyboard. So we're going to just jump through that because we want to get to the action, right? Let's throw a grenade. Oop, that's going to blow. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Whoops. Again, just trying to get to some action. All right. Yeah, the keys don't give much feeling. So I know I'm pressing it, just kind of pounding away at it. Very hollow sounding. Which, I mean, it's fine, I guess, but... Oops. Run, run, run. And yes, I will die because I am just running through. Okay, a little bit more action to make sure I really am testing it out. Oh, I didn't do a little... So, yeah, plugged in, there's no real discernible difference between my Azoth and this. So if you're plugged in, it would be fine if you wanted to use it for gaming. So, no real concerns there. Hello, scientist. I think I saved you. Yes, he was trying to kill you. And as we're wrapping up this video, I do like to show that I do research on keyboards before I go and buy them. I use ratings, so I'll let you go to the website and just the basic explore. And it's fairly well rated. Office work 7.3, so it's not a great office keyboard, but they go into why they rated it. No companion software or macro keys. I don't really use those. Great for mobile or tablet programming, reasonable for gaming. So just want to show that off. Overall, I think it's a good pick at $84. Not too expensive, while giving you tactile switches or linears if you prefer those. The sound is okay. It's a little bit hollow sounding. It's got lighting with shine through keycaps. I really like that. It means it's easier to see what keys you're, over in the dark. So all in all, I think it's a pretty good pick, especially considering the price. Now mine, it is still $84. I've reviewed a bunch of keyboards that were much less expensive, but you do get creature comforts by going up in price, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to spend that money or not. I can't make that decision for you. I just hope that I've shown off this keyboard well enough to help you make a decision. Anyways, thank you very much for watching Computer Tech and More. I've got a Patreon page if you like my content and would like to help support me and make this channel grow. If you want to talk about whatever, I've got a Discord page. It's all linked in the video description down below. And I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you next time.